So, I'm pretty sure that everybody has heard that Capcom is starting to go broke. Well, I really could care less because I've been predicting this for some time. Like, I've been predicting this for a long ass time. In fact, one of my first videos on this channel that I ever even put up was about Capcom and how much they was gonna start sucking. And I got like tons of negative comments on that video alone. Now all of a sudden it seems like, was I really lying? Like, pretty freaking sure that, I saw this coming from a mile away. I'm not even surprised. I don't even feel sad that Capcom is like on the verge of being broke. They're not broke yet. They're not broke yet. Right now I would say they're in. Okay, you ever went to a carnival and seen a dive tank where you have to hit the target. You get 3 shots to hit the target with a baseball or whatever, and you get the dunk. It's a dunking booth. Okay, that's I'm dazed right now. It's a dunking booth, but you hit the target. The person in the dunking booth, they get dropped into the water. Capcom is on their, I would say they're on their second strike. They're on their second strike. They dodged that first one, but that second one got pretty goddamn close. And that second one is right now. And that third one is gonna dunk their asses like they've never been dunked before. I already see it coming because, and for all the fans of Capcom, like, please stop begging Capcom for shit. These are third-party companies. Like, they don't give a fuck what you want. They don't care what you think. They once a company gets like Capcom, they're dead. They're automatically guaranteed to fail. And the reason that is because they start pretty much like, they get up on that high horse, and they don't realize that it's the horse that's actually in control, not the rider, the fucking horse. Because if the horse bucks your ass off of it, you can have all the the horse riding skill in the world. Once the horse bucks your ass off of it, that's it. You're off of it. The only reason you was even capable of getting on that horse was because the horse allowed you to get on it. Capcom haven't realized that yet because they haven't fell off that damn horse. They're still on it. Oh, trust me, they're gonna get thrown off eventually if they keep on, which they will. I'm pretty sure they will. If they keep on the track that they're at now, they are definitely gonna get thrown off that damn horse. And the way that Capcom is riding that horse, they would probably get thrown off of it. An average company like Atari got thrown off their horse, but they landed on their feet. Okay, they didn't get hurt that bad. Capcom is damn near going to put themselves in ER. Like, literally, when they fly off the fucking horse, they're going to literally fuck themselves up. We're talking about broken arms, shattered collarbone, a fractured skull, you name it. They're going to literally fuck themselves up to the point to where they're not even going to be able to walk anymore. Okay, they're not even going to have a wheelchair. They're just going to be fucked. Simple as that. They have only 152 million in the bank. Now, to me, that sounds like a bunch of freaking money. But then again, I'm only in a small team of like 4 guys, including myself. So that would make like 3 guys that the money is split between. And we're just getting started with our shit. Like, we're not even as large as Capcom. And so 152 million would be a lot to us because we're a small time. We're just starting out. Like, we're small time basically. You know, we're just pretty much getting our name out there. But to Capcom, 152 million is not shit. It's really freaking not. And Capcom actually got themselves to blame. You know, you got the online, the on-disc DLC content. That was a major blow for them. They have pretty much bled the life out of the Street Fighter franchise. I don't care how good Street Fighter is. And in fact, that was the first video I had posted. I don't care about how good Street Fighter is. I really don't. I'm tired of seeing it. I'm tired of hearing about it. They're trying to make a statement that they're planning on releasing a Street Fighter, another I don't even think it's Street Fighter. It's probably, then again it probably is. But anyway, it has to do with Street Fighter. I don't know if it's Street Fighter 4 or Street Fighter X Tekken or Cross Tekken, whichever one you prefer. But yeah, man, this is the main reason why Capcom is failing. And this video isn't gonna be long. It's gonna be pretty short. But this is the main reason why Capcom is failing. For number one, they're re-releasing. Okay. And I know that sounds strange, but they're actually releasing titles that have already been released again. For example, like they'll probably try to what they're planning to do is they're planning to make sequels to the games that they have already released. In other words, another Street Fighter update, because they said that they're not releasing a Street Fighter 5. But they did say something about a Street Fighter 4, another version of Street Fighter 4, which is, I mean, come on, dude. Let the Street Fighter go. Seriously, let it fucking go. What about Darkstalkers 4? Release that. I mean, they stopped at Darkstalkers 3. Release that shit. Or what about let's say what about another Killer 7? Okay, that was, they had to deal with Capcom. Or what about let's see, cause Capcom got a shitload of games to choose from. Let's see, what is another good Capcom game? Let's see here. Okay, let's say for the Sega Genesis. Okay, I was a Sega Genesis game player. I really never fucked with that Nintendo shit, so I'm more Genesis. Cause that was around when I was growing up. I didn't grow up in the Nintendo days, so I mean I played it, but by the time I got close to it, I mean the Sega was coming out, so I was like, fuck Nintendo. I'm Sega now. But you got Strider. Okay, now a lot of people don't know there's actually two different versions of the game Strider. Okay, you got the Japanese Nintendo version of Strider. Then you have my favorite. This is how I actually learned about Strider. Okay, the first one I had played was not the original one that everyone keeps on bragging about. But the one I had played was the Genesis Strider. Now that Strider, after I had played that, and I went back and played the original Strider just to see what the hell it was, I actually prefer the Genesis version of Strider way more than the original. And that might sound weird, but to me, everything was great on that game. You know, the challenge was great. The music was definitely great. I played the I think the second name of the stage is what, Castle Metropolis, I believe it is. It's probably something else, but anyway, the second stage music is probably one of mine and everybody else's that I know have played the game. Is probably the number one most listened to background music on the game, because it's just great. Not to mention, like, the intro is the first time I ever heard a voice put in to a game. So that kind of caught my attention as well. Not to mention, once I found out that Strider was supposed to be, like, I guess a ninja, that just made me like it even more. Like, anything, you cannot go wrong with ninjas. You just can't. It's impossible. You can't go wrong with them. But for everybody talking about a Mega Man Legends, get over that shit. Capcom is not, after they let, Kenji go, it was a done damn deal. After they let him go, it was, Mega Man is through. Be glad that you got Mighty Number 9. That's your Mega Man right now. So support that. Wait for. I still haven't heard anything about that being released and what it's being released on. So I would say, if anybody like Mega Man, I'm not really a personal fan of Mega Man. I like his villains a little bit more than him. I've always been like a Proto Man and Cut Man and Snake Man and what's the other dude's name? Ice Man. I've always liked those. I've always liked his enemies a little bit more than him. And it's just the way, like, they just look like they can whoop Mega Man's ass. If Mega Man didn't have that copy, mechanism that he has or whatever, they call it now, he would get his ass handed to him. He really would, because his enemies are just way stronger than him without that shit. But yeah, they're not gonna be making another Mega Man, so that's out of the question. Final Fight, I guess they could bring Final Fight back. After seeing what they did with Neo Double Dragon, I'm pretty sure they can pull some crazy stuff out with Final Fight. Like, imagine if Final Fight looked like Neo Double Dragon. That would definitely sell, because everybody is so into this damn first person wannabe Call of Duty, Battlefield 4 first person shooter gimmicks, to the point to where it would be nice to see them try to revolutionize and bring back the old classic beat 'em ups. But this is Capcom we're talking about. I doubt they're gonna do something smart. I doubt that. Let me see. Onimusha. They can bring that. They could make another sequel to that. But they're not gonna do it. They're not going to do it. The Devil May Cry series. The Devil May Cry series is dead. It just is. It's fucking dead. Now, if you like, this is just me speaking from my own personal opinion. If you like Devil May Cry, then hallelujah. But as far as I'm concerned, I don't give a shit. Part 1, Part 2, Part 3, awesome. I didn't get to play Part 4 because around that time I lost interest. I got tired of the whole, vigilante demon thing going on. I was like, okay, I see they're not trying to switch it up, so the hell with this. I just kind of lost interest in it. But then they tried to reboot it. Oh my gosh. Folks, what is with the rebooting? Like, cut that shit the fuck out, man. Cut it the fuck out. I am tired of people trying to reboot shit. You know what? It's just like, if you've ever played Grand Theft Auto 5, there is a part in the game where Michael, one of the main characters, where he's doing some mission for a guy named Solomon at the movie theater, or the movie production set, whatever the hell they call it on the game. But he's doing a mission for Solomon, and he has to go and get these two guys back for the company from this other dude. I forgot this guy's name. He's just some random character they threw in there. But after you whoop his ass, you get the two guys back on the helicopter. You have to fly back to Solomon. And Michael says something that definitely caught my attention, that you can pretty much put hand in hand with the video game industry. And he clearly states, when it comes to movies, people don't want to see something different. They want to see the same story being told over and over again. And that's exactly what the fuck we have with video games. They don't want this is how it is when people I hope that me and my team never gets like this, and apparently we won't. But you got some, game designers, game industries, and all that crap. They get to the point to where they start getting fucking lazy. And when they start getting lazy, they can come up with new ideas, but like I said, they're lazy. They are freaking lazy. They've gotten so used to driving their fancy ass cars and eating all that rich ass food at them 4-star fucking restaurants, to the point to where their brain and their imagination are not even fucking connected. They're not even in the same head. Their brain is in their head and their imagination is in their socks somewhere. Like, they're once they get to a certain level, all of that imagination, all of their creativity just drops. They start copying and feeding off of something. Like, for example, you remember when Grand Theft Auto 3 came out, and everybody saw that how people liked it, Grand Theft Auto, because it was an open world sandbox type of gameplay. Then you start seeing clone after clone after fucking clone of GTA 3s. And that's because these idiots actually thought, oh well, it works for Grand Theft Auto, it'll work for us. No, it won't. We've already seen this shit. That's Grand Theft Auto's, key formula. Every time we play an open world game, what do you think about? The first thing you think, Saints Row 3 did that shit. Saints Row 3 did that, and guess what people compared it with? Grand Theft Auto. Just Cause, it's a game called Just Cause that did that. Guess what people compared it with? Grand Theft Auto. If I am a game developer, I have a gaming company, and the last thing I want people to do is to compare a game that I put out with somebody else's game that already exists. That is just, I don't want to do that. If I make a game, I want to give you something you haven't freaking seen before. I want to make this game make its mark in the industry. I don't want it to be the clone of another game. They tried to reboot Devil May Cry. For what? Why? Like, oh, it's a new generation. I don't give a fuck about the new generation. The new generation don't even fucking claim to be the new generation. As far as I'm concerned, by the time they even give a flying fuck about games, they'll probably be married and have a bunch of damn kids or some shit, and they probably won't even fucking play games anymore. So why are you so damn concerned about the next generation? You need to be only worrying about one damn generation. The generation that's fucking buying your shit. That's what you need to be. That's the generation you need to be concerned about. Right there. The generation money. That's the generation I would be concerned about. If I, was in this situation, I would be shooting for generation money. AKA generation prevent me from going fucking broke. Oh my gosh, what else you got? A Breath of Fire, just tons of shit. But I can't say any more about this. Just let Capcom fucking do what they do best. Fail.